Braktayawa, Braktayawa, double honor to the apostles, the elders, and salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity.
Basically, we're gonna do a lesson today on, we'll start off with an article, and the article is on whatdoesitmean.com. It's basically going to how Esau days are numbered, man, how his kingdom has been measured and weighed in the balances, but it's an article from June 17th. The title of it is Message from, you got God warning throws Western elites into absolute terror. And it's a paradigm shifting report presented today to the Security Council by the Federal Medical Biological Agency states that a message from the Most High was recently relayed to the most powerful group of Western elites ever assembled, termed the Bilderberg meetings. The importance of which was so terrifying to these who heard it, they instantly pledged their nation's total resources in order to stop what they know will be the end of their rule over Earth. Somebody want to step in and turn. According to this report, the Bilderberg group that has hosted these meetings for around 130 of the most powerful elites in the Western world for 63 years were founded in 1954 by Prince Bernhard of Lippe-Biesterfeld, who prior to World War II was a member of the Nazi Party of Germany, and the writer SS officer whose main central duty was securing Western nations funding for German armed weapons agency. Right, if I could just say something right there, because a lot of people don't know, we actually had the Hearing Ford administration, man. They was actually funding Germany, man. You know, which somebody get over there real quick where they say the wise men of Timon. Right. You got it.
Yeah. All right, Obadiah 1:8 should not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understand out of the mount of Esau, and the mighty men of Timon should be dismayed.
Right, man, and the mighty men of Timon should be dismayed, man, because this guy, Prince Bernhard, who actually, he was the founder of the cult. They said he the founder right here, but there was another article I read which said he was the co-founder of the Bilderberg group. But he was basically from Germany, man. He came through those royal bloodlines, man, you know, from over there in Europe, man. But his position where it said he was prior to World War II, he was a member of the Nazi Party of Germany, and writer SS officer whose main central duty was securing Western nations funding for Waffen-Net, which this is a German army weapons agency, scientific projects, most particularly the Hildeberg cyclotron. You want to read on that?
Okay. All right. Back Obadiah 1:9, thy mighty men, O Timon, should be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Right, man, because the mighty man and the Timon, the wise men of Timon, that goes back to the Germans, man. You know, because the Germans was the wisest out of the mount of Esau, man. They was the wisest men. That's basically why you had like it said, this guy right here, he was set up to secure all the finances that was coming from the West and going into the German armament projects, man. They scientific projects, man. Which basically Germany was the first ones. They was the first one to come up with the atomic technology, man. The U.S. actually, they actually got that technology from Germany when they dropped the Hiroshima and Nagasaki on Japan, man. You know, then even with their rocket technology, with them trying to go into space, that came from Germany, man.
And what proves that point, after the downfall of Hitler, the United States and Russia took German scientists to build up their, you know what I'm saying, their military, man.
It was something called Operation Paperclip. It was Operation Overcast at first, man, but like the brother was saying, the whole plan was you had a Joint Chief of Staff of the U.S. it was like in 45. His whole thing was they wanted to make the war in Japan a quick war, man, because really they probably would have lost that war to Japan, man, if they wouldn't have dropped that Hiroshima and Nagasaki on them, man. But and even doing what the brother was talking about, Operation Paperclip, man, the U.S. got like 1,600 scientists, technicians, engineers from Germany, man, basically going into all their weapons and their technology they got today, man. You say up on the outbreak of World War II and the Nazi Germany invasion of his home nation, the Netherlands, this report continues. Prince Bernard fled to Britain, where he eventually secured a position in the Britain intelligence due to the influence of his cousin King George VI, who overruled both Prime Minister Winston Churchill and Allied War Commander General Dwight Eisenhower, both of whom gravely mistrusted Prince Bernard due to his Nazi past. And I'm gonna skip down in this article. And I'm just gonna read down. It said, in the aftermath of World War II, this report details Prince Bernard financed a private investigative force of over 200 former British and German intelligence operatives to score Germany for all documents and scientific literature related to Hildeberg cyclotron. Cause that's another thing why Operation Paperclip was started too, man, because the U.S. wanted to get our documents that Germany had proven that the Ford administration had actually financed them, man. So they was trying to get those documents too, man. It said the Hildeberg it said the Hildeberg cyclotron, and upon the completion of this task mission in 1954, he founded the Bilderberg Group on May the 29th, and whose Western elite attendees 7 months later, on December 9th, agreed to form and finance the European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, which that's CERN, and adopt its logo, the 666 brand, known as the number of the beast. But I won't say nothing. It said, with CERN having built under Prince Bernard and his Bilderberg Group leadership the world's largest, most powerful cyclone particle collider, that is the most complex experimental facility ever built and the largest single machine ever built in human history, this report explains its true real purpose was shockingly revealed in 2009 by CERN's Director for Research and Scientific Computing, Sergio Bertolucci, who proclaimed, out of this door might come something, or we might send something through it. Right, which this cyclone basically was I think it's like a 17-mile long tunnel, man. But what they basically was doing was like using the electricity to summon up demons. Cause like the guy said when he created, he was like, through this door we can either send something through or bring something through it, man. And this what they did, man. I'm gonna keep reading.
That whole electricity thing, you know, the brother had put the video up. I think it was Yashawan. Put the video up. How Thomas Edison and Thomas Jefferson, you know, they tried to make it seem like they were just these great inventors. You know, like they were just trying to invent something to help the world, but they were really trying to find ways to summon up demons, man, with their key on their kite. You know, Thomas Edison trying to find that light bulb. You know, he was trying to sustain, you know, their portal for those demons, man. You know, how they talking about how America is like a big conducive, you know, to summon up demons with all these power lines, you know. So everything, that's why in the truth say you gotta be born again, man, because the way they teach you history in school, man, those people are warlocks, witches, all right, and Satanists, man. Right. You know, and that's who we are going against, man. You know, not the flesh, but the principality, man. Spiritual wickedness in high places, man, like the article going into.
Quick precept. This is Genesis 28:10. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. Verse 11. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillars and lay down in that place to sleep. Verse 12, and he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven, and behold, the angels of the Most High ascending and descending on it. Verse 13, yeah, this is the point. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am Yahweh Bashem Shai, power of Abraham thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. But the point was in 12, that basically like how Esau had those portals for those demons to come in and out, have their access. They got that from the scriptures, man. Because where Jacob was at, there was like what would you say?
A high energy.
Yeah, a hot spot for those angels to ascend and descend from, man.
It could be like something like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, they basically, like you were saying, they spots where they're high energy spots.
Yeah, because that's how you end up. People end up missing right there. You know what I'm saying? You'll go right there and they'll never be found again. You know.
Yeah. Those angels, because if you notice about the and I don't want to take over the brother's lesson, but this is just a point. When you when you're close to that area, how the fucking the equipment starts functioning and shit. Because Yahweh Shema Shah is protecting that area from Esau.
Right.
Because I want to say the only was it Christopher Columbus? He made it through there, right? Didn't he get through there?
I'm not sure.
Salakia, but it's been said there's a lot of ships and shit like that. Had not had that access, but I want to say Christopher Columbus was able to get through there. Why? Because he had to, of course, discover the so-called New World, man. You know?
It's gonna come. They gotta get through this kind of cloud. It was like lightning, bolt, everything to get to this alley.
Because something like the brother was saying, I said with Christopher Columbus, when he doing his voyages, some of his salesmen, his crewmen, you know, he talked about how they had stories that unless you were there, you wouldn't believe, you know, the things that they seen.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, I know this website about you, down here, Bermuda Triangle Central .blogspot.com said Christopher Columbus is the first European on record crossing the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes, they say Christopher Columbus did make it through. So he was the first European.
Yeah, because of prophecy's sake, man. And it's a lot of gold, and it's a lot of planes that went down, things of that nature. So it's a lot of substance there as well, bro.
I got a quick one by going into Esau been trying to channel those demons and stuff like that with electricity. There's Exodus 22:18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
You know, so Esau, that's his power, man. That left hand, that witchcraft, man. You know, that's why I say in Isaiah 47, stand now with your enchantment, man. All right, those TV, these phones, all these are portals for demonic activity, man. You know, that's why the more you watch TV, you know, that's why people on such a low level, man. That's why they, like me and the brother did a lesson to simple believe everything, every word, because they focus on those TVs, man. Those demons steady jumping out on them. They on Facebook on their timeline all the time. Demons steady jumping out on them.
That's right, bro.
You know?
And like you say, in America is so the people within American society is so dumbed down. They don't even know where chocolate milk came from. They thought it actually came from brown chocolate cows and shit. They didn't know where hamburger meat came from, so on and so forth, man. Like, it's some fucking idiots, man.
I got a quick preset. On to what the brother just said, like about the TVs and these different phones. This 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. Be not deceived, evil communications corrupt good manners.
And the good manners is you going to your conduct, man. All right, and Esau, everything he does on the left side, man. Anything in the society, if you investigate it, it go back to some wickedness and witchcraft, man. All right, even the little snack case, man. The little Twinkies, you know, they're supposed to be little Edomite boy penis, and the cream, all right, is the semen. Alright, the brothers and daughters were putting us on there, man. All those things go back to perversion and wickedness, man.
That's some sick shit.
Yeah, everything you do, man. Like the little hostess with the black cupcakes with the you supposed to be a black boy anus, you know, with the white cream. Alright, that's Esau, man. That's all the society is based on abomination, witchcraft, and perversion, man. You know, everything that we indulge in every day, man. That's why in Numbers, you know, Yahweh had to say ain't no enchantment against Jacob, man, because you know Esau wasn't gonna be doing nothing but throwing enchantments out, man.
Right.
That's hardcore.
I guess, right?
Yeah, that. Right. You got it.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You had something else?
Yeah, Isaiah
Say
47.
something?
Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Right, man. So stand there with your enchantments and your multitudes of your sorceries, where thou hast labored from thy youth, man. You know, cause even from the beginning, in the garden, man, you know what I'm saying? That was your spirit in Cain, man. But going into, yes, you got locked down. You came out the caves, man. As the cars are, that's how you was into that Babylonian magic and that Baal worship, man. You mastered that to a T, man, until you came up in the power, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
And so be thou should be able to profit, and so be thou mayest prevail.
Go back to this article. As to whom or what CERN, because this is the name of the company, man, attempting to contact, and their logo is 666. This report on notes was made more clear to understand in last year, 2016, when dozens of its most highly prized scientists were captured on video by foreign intelligence service assets performing a human sacrifice before a giant statue of the destroyer of worlds, god Shiva, man. And that's the Hindu god, man. In which they
That's one of our arms.
come.
It's the war god, ain't it?
Huh?
It's the white guy represents the war gods.
Come, destroyer of our worlds.
Yeah.
That's the one. What Beyonce was doing that shit on the Grammy last.
She was doing that
beginning
just
of the year.
come.
Cali, man.
That's Cali, yeah, that's Cali with the arms.
Oh,
But Shiva, another one of the Hindu gods for the destroyer of the worlds, man. And notice how when Oppenheimer, he created that that was the name of the guy who actually, the scientist who came up with the atomic bomb with Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He's quoted like, I have become the destroyer of worlds, man. Which, you know, he was referring back to this guy, you know what I'm saying?
Because it was actually a Hindu proverb what he was quoting.
Come.
Makes sense.
Come.
Mm.
Let me skip down into the article. Barely a fortnight ago, on June the 1st, this report continues. CERN Director General Fabiola Giannotti addressed the entire assemblage of the Bilderberg Group, where she delivered the message of God that had been received, deciphered by the Large Hadron Collider, LHC, right? Because they be summoning up them demons, man. You know, and this like they say, this the largest machine ever built right here, man. And they been receiving, them demons been giving them messages, man. That's how the white man been ruling for all these years, man. Through his witchcraft, man. Through his warlock, man. Like I said, throughout all the nations was deceived through his sorceries, man. So, but now, the message of the Most High, you know, now the Most High showing them, man. Which I'm gonna read the message, but I'm gonna keep reading this article. And that so horrified and terrified those hearing it, they immediately pledged their Western nations to funding a cyclotron particle collider 3 times as big. So after they received this message, man, now all the nations putting their money together. Now they want to form a machine 3 times as big as this one, man. You know, to summon up more demons, man. You know, cause like going into the beginning of the article, They want to continue ruling, man, but they not, man. You know. Now the Most High got him in that trick, man. He just sent the message through on him, man. We go at the end of the article, we gonna go into the message. What you got?
Yeah, I got a precept just to show you how